Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we had a buffering issue. So I started off the live chat with the link to the first part. I think it was maybe like 7 minutes or so. But I also put a link in the description box below. So yeah, that should help you. But basic little summary for you is we've got somebody who has so many regrets in terms of how they interacted with you. I do feel like this is somebody who did not choose you. And that could mean they chose somebody else, but I think for the majority of you, this is more so somebody who likes to leave things kind of hanging, unanswered questions, not really sure where I stand with you, to get you to be a little bit obsessed with them. So this could be a bit of a manipulative tactic to keep you kind of guessing or trying to like work for their approval or attention. And I think you were just kind of like, no, if you're going to make me work for that attention, or if you're going to make this weird, then that doesn't look like love to me, and I'm okay with walking away from it. So I think this is somebody who's reaching back out. They're hoping enough time has passed and you would be interested in enjoying some more of their manipulative tactics. And I think you are not interested. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime sound. If you'd like a personal reading, my email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. That's in the description box below, as well as information on the 3 different tiers I have for my memberships. We're going to have an ad-free members live, I think on Friday this week. I'm going to post a poll for everyone, see what we want as far as timing. And yeah, they're a lot of fun. Hello, Steven. Hello, Admiring Penguin. How are we doing? I did say hello to Key Controller, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Hello. Hello, Corey. Hello, Collective Soul. So yeah, this is a manipulative person, and you might be over there like, Carmen, sure is. Well, they're about to come running back around with more of that like codependent, manipulative energy. They want you to be codependent on them. But really, it kind of feels to me like this is somebody who is codependent on others, right? They need that attention fix or they go a little crazy. So this is my least favorite magician card. We're talking about somebody who wants to slide into the DMs or give you a phone call and wax poetic about how great it was to spend time with you and love bomb you and see if you might come back for more emotional abuse. And I think you're like, no. Maybe you don't even say anything because you know this is not love. You know you want real love, and this is not real love. This is codependency. Ace of Cups in the reverse. That don't look like love, so I'm not going to waste my time looking for it. I'm not going to like dress it up and put some lipstick on it and be like, there, now it looks like love. No. Page of Cups, Ace of Swords in the reverse, 3 of Swords. This is an offer that is below what you deserve. So that is not necessarily saying someone's taking you to the Cheesecake Factory. What I'm saying is if somebody owes you a heartfelt, genuine apology, like your favorite candy and like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then here's how I'm going to change my behavior. They come through with the like, sorry about that. Sorry? Sorry about what? Wearing Crocs or like something more important? Because I feel like at that point, if we're apologizing, maybe you should like specify what you're apologizing for. Just a thought. But with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the reason they're not making a very good apology is because they're not genuine. It's like, I'll say some words, it'll make you feel like you can trust me, and then we can get back to that, me playing games. It'll be great. Even though this person has regrets and even though they feel like God is punishing them, this is somebody who still hasn't let go of that codependent energy that they feel is just like how relationships work. Hello, James. How's it going? Oh, good. What's up, Laura? Hello, Jesse. How's it going? Hello, Jamie. How are you doing? This is the Love Oracle. We've got hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. So we're going to call the King of Pentacles in the reverse Magician energy, the Magician, because I do feel like that's the more like overarching energy. This person's dealing with some mental health struggles or frustrations, despair, because they are concerned about the no contact situation, about how you might feel or see them, because you're going through healing and growth. You're seeing things perhaps more clearly than you did before, and that concerns them. Why? Because they like illusions. I'm telling you, you're going to get an apology, and it's going to be one of those, it's like, wah, wah. Would you like to try that again? Because that was garbage. No? Okay. Then I think we're done here. This is not going to be an apology that wows you. It's going to feel like perfunctory and like, okay, I did it. You happy now? And we've got silence, frozen, no words, stonewall. This is the energy you get when you ask this person to talk more about how they feel, what they've learned, if they've done any introspection. How would you handle things differently? How do you feel right now? Oh, you don't know what to say? That's weird, because like if you were really apologetic, I feel like you would know how to answer those questions. Now, I'm not suggesting every time somebody apologizes to you that you need to give them the 5th degree. But if the apology comes through as like some cardboard BS excuse of an apology, then you have a couple decisions to make, right? Like, are we going to dig a little bit for this apology, or are we just going to accept that maybe somebody isn't actually sorry? Hey, Carrie. Let's hope this one does better, huh? What else do we have? Trapped, stuck, tied down, captive. That's what they wanted you to feel like. They wanted you to be trying to get more of their attention or feeling lost without them. I think they're kind of struggling with the idea that maybe they're the ones who feels like things have gone horribly, and you're the one who might be more likely to move on and realize that there's something more real out there for you. In other words, they know you know. Or they're worried that you know. Because this finality card, it could either be their apology has no impact on you because you've already decided that your best course of action is to leave this in the past and not get caught up in it any longer. Or their really lame apology is the last nail in the coffin, and you're not going to entertain any other comments or interactions from this person. 5 of Wands in the reverse. Page of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Swords. Yeah, I think this is somebody who comes back around and they want to play nice. But the thing is, it's like sweeping this problem under the rug, right? If I know you're expecting an apology, I'll give you an apology, but I would like to not talk about it very much. And then we can like move on to like talking about how awesome I am. What do you think? Page of Cups is in the reverse because it is not a loving apology. It is not indicative of somebody being genuine and like wanting to treat you better. So I feel this is you. You're like, oh, that's how you're gonna do it. That's a choice. Okay. Oh gosh, look at the time. I think I have to go wash my hair. Yeah, it takes a lot of maintenance, you know. 6 of Wands, High Priestess in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse. there's some unhealed anger or resentment that like prohibits, maybe, I don't know if prohibits is the right word, like prevents this person from really wanting to understand another person's perspective, wanting to be capable of that empathy or that compassion. Instead, we have someone who I think is quite comfortable with rewriting things. I do think there's a lot of self-congratulatory energy here. I did what I was supposed to do, or you would have done the same thing if you were in my boat. I do think we've got anger issues here. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Death. This return and not so great apology appears to be the end of the road, or you're okay with it being the end of the road, because in your opinion, when you communicate with this person, they're not communicating to express emotions or connect with you on a deeper level. They're communicating because there's something they want. It's not about the connection. It's about what they need. Codependency. For some of you, they need to be the one that walks away. There might be a little bit of like a competition or a power struggle here if they feel like you rejected them. Hello, Collective Soul. Hello, Danny. How's it going? Seven of Cups in the reverse. Knight of Cups and the Queen of Wands. You know your worth. You know that you have other offers. And you see that this is an illusion. I don't think you trust this person. I think you are pretty aware of the fact that they like to manipulate people and that they're not very honest about their intentions. With the Queen of Wands clarifying the King of Wands in the reverse, I would go so far as to say, I think you know this person underestimates your abilities of perception or your ability to manifest something new, to pivot and heal and pursue a different path. I mean, really, this person just underestimates you, and you know it. This is the Voyage of the Soul. It's a good song. What else do we have? Purity, innocence, light, humble, virtuous, moral, and genuine. And words, writing, journal, intention, affirmation, books, and letter. You're looking for any hint of genuine apology in the words that this person speaks. And you know that it's not genuine. And that's all you need to know about the situation. I used to talk a lot more in disagreements or conflicts or arguments. But I think it's really wise to listen. I think it's really wise to be observant. See how somebody is communicating, how it differs from their normal speech patterns or eye contact, whether it's constant or not, raising the voice, things like that. I'm going to observe a lot in order to determine whether or not it's actually worth my time to add to this conversation. Is it smarter for me just to say, this isn't what I was looking for, and no amount of words that I speak will make this the situation that I'm looking for? It's probably just in my best interest to go on home and watch some I Love Lucy, because that would be much more entertaining for me. So I think we have somebody that's like, no, I get paid too much by the hour to hang out for this. Seems like I could do something maybe a little bit better with my time. Yin, affection, caring, soft, heart, and feminine. And metamorphosis, transformation, change, renewal, revolution, and rebirth. The thing this person may have underestimated you, well, maybe just one of them, right? Is your ability to go through transformation or change. We did have the Death card come out, and it's clarifying the Knight of Swords, which I did identify as your energy before. You're willing to walk away from whatever is not like meant for you, adding to your existence, helping you on your path. You know now that it's just not a very good use of time to interact if there's codependent toxic energy. So I feel like you're pretty content to leave this at not replying or kind of a short interaction. Self and answers. Inner temple, gentle, pamper, disconnect, self-love, and clarity, transparency, justification, disclosed, and bear. Based on the words that you choose to express your apology, I can determine what your intentions are. And if it makes sense, I will disconnect because I'm not here for that codependent BS, right? You know what you're looking for. I don't know if they expect that from you. I think, again, they underestimate your powers of observation or perception. This is the Egyptian tarot. I love the footprints. What else? Ten of Wands. Four of Swords in the reverse, and the Ace of Cups. You don't see this as something that you can really work to repair, right? Some arguments require, it's like there's prerequisites, okay? And this person has not done them. So in your book, it's kind of like, well, we can wait on that conversation, or I'm not going to wait to have that conversation because you haven't done the things that you needed to. Four of Swords is in the reverse. You didn't do your healing. So why would I stick around for more of the same? That seems silly. Emperor in the reverse. Controlling, manipulative energy, probably love bombing with the King of Cups. This does not have to be a man, but this is masculine energy that is looking to control. Nine of Wands in the reverse, not willing to give up, determined to find a way to get into calmer waters or resolve the conflict between the two of you without necessarily understanding what it requires. Page of Swords, Lovers in the reverse. I say what I have to say, and then I'm shocked because you don't seem interested. Why didn't that work? Why aren't you excited that I said what I said? Well, because you're actually focused on your personal growth and healing. We had that Nourish card come out. This means that your discernment and your intuition helps you understand when you're interacting with somebody whose intentions are not what they claim they are. So this is somebody who expects you to take them at their word, to trust in what they say, but you're too smart for that. You can see through whatever this is because of the healing that you've done. Justice, Knight of Swords, King of Swords in the reverse. I don't know who you think you're talking to, but I'm not like some, fool. I can tell that you're not being genuine. No, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're dealing with a King of Swords in the reverse, somebody who likes to control or manipulate the situation or love bomb, I would just in general not make any statements regarding you or you're doing this or you're whatever. Literally don't talk about them. Number one, if they're narcissists, they hate that because they love talking about themselves. But number two, don't give them anything that they can correct you on, right? I'm not an expert in you. So I'm not going to say anything about you. But what I am an expert in is what I tolerate or what I feel. Something about this conversation doesn't feel genuine to me. So I think I just need to take a moment and, collect my feelings and figure out where to go from there. Withdraw, pull back. You don't have to engage with somebody who has decided that the best way to communicate with you is dishonestly. You can shut it down. Hello, Johnny. How's it going? Hand signals. Hello, James. What's up? Hello, Illuminati. I hope you're having a good day. Let's get a few more from the signs of the times. What else do we have? Key, opportunity, number 17. And number 8, heart, love. See, the thing is, you have an opportunity to connect with somebody who does respect and love you and wants to treat you the way you deserve to be treated. This could be a little bit of a test to make sure that if somebody comes back around that wants to leverage that toxic approach to dating, that you're making it quite clear that that's not what you're interested in, that you can walk away from that because you know you deserve better. This is basically the universe saying, okay, let us know. What kind of relationship do you really want? Oh, I know. Don't you love those, Laura? I don't know. Is it? I feel like this is... So I had this great ability to memorize Spanish vocab words. So I was never really nervous when we had a pop quiz for vocab. I'd be like, bring it. Let's do this. Can't wait. Is this a test? Yeah, but what I'm saying is you don't really need to study. I feel like you've already got this managed. I feel like you already know how to handle this. So it kind of feels like, doing the limbo, but it's 4 inches below your height. Oh, it was gonna hurt. You're gonna be fine, Hello, Spoons. How are you doing? See, Spoons didn't even have to listen to too much. Spoons already on it. Don't want it. Because there's real love out there for you. And I think you know that this person is a distraction. They live in the land of illusions. Let them live in the land of illusions. You want clarity and honesty. So, looks like we're going to be on different pages. It happens. Enjoy your illusions. This is the Romance Angel Oracle. What else do we have? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Don't let this hater from your past or this manipulative person from your past distract you from the beautiful things that are about to happen in your life. There's some really great things headed your way. And that's why I feel like this is just kind of a not very shocking test. It'll be yeah, no, I'm good. Okay, what were we talking about? I do feel like it's going to be relatively easy for you to pass this. And the whole point of it seems to be confirming that you really do want that soulmate, that you're not interested in that same old love, to quote Selena. This is the Cats Rule the Earth. What else do we have? Won't get fooled again. What else do we have? The Lovers. See, you knew this person wasn't your person, and now you've got, ooh, we've got 2 sixes. So I do think the month of June is very important for you. Or the 6th of the month. But you're about to get much closer to somebody who understands you, somebody who is on that level. With the 3 of Cups, there's a really fun memory or event that's happening. A date, a trip. And it makes you realize that this is the kind of relationship you've been looking for. We have a King of Wands to your Queen of Wands. Remember, the other person was King of Wands in the reverse. This is somebody who understands the fire you breathe. This is somebody who understands the passion that you have for what you do, the joie de vivre that you have, and they see you as their dream person. They want to treat you splendidly. They want to spoil you. Hello, Lemonade. How are you doing? Oh, well, Lemonade, just so you know, I'm probably going to be back in like 20 minutes. This is probably the last deck that I'll pull from. So, yeah, I'll be back. Hi, Curtis. How are you doing? So 9 of Cups is how they view you. Somebody who really has it going on. And then we have Devil sideways, huh? So I'm taking that to mean that there might be a little like small dose of, how do I say this? There is like a devious side to you, whoever I'm reading for. This 2 of Pentacles is basically saying, whoever this new partner or this soulmate is that you're about to meet, or you're about to like really get to enjoy their company and feel like there's a future here. This is somebody who has like an overlapping Venn diagram of what you like to what you like to do for fun, how you're a little bit like wild or out there. This could be a hobby. This could be your like naked time. This could be artistic expression. But there's something here about this individual where you're like, oh, where have you been? Just be cautious because, well, let's see what it says. The Star, 4 of Cups. Be cautious because you might worry that your excitement over something with this person is a red flag when it is not a red flag. This, if you know my channel, you know this is like my favorite card in the Cats Rule the Earth deck because that 4 of Cups is just perfect. Shout out to Peggy. But this is basically saying you might reject this person or they might reject you because there's something that is like misconstrued or miscommunicated. But I feel like in general, you two are going to be like 2 peas in a pod and very well, you're going to feel like you're well understood by this person. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Hello, April. Hello, Tracy. How you doing? Hello, Louise. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I sure do appreciate that. Thank you to the members, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.